Every December, I see a wave of people circle December 31st on their calendars as the day they're finally going to turn their notice in and retire. It feels clean, a new year, a new chapter. You turn the page on your career and you start fresh in January. But here's what most people don't realize. Your retirement date, it may have a huge financial impact, even bigger than most investments you ever made. Hey, my name's Jim Martin. I'm the founder of Martin Wealth Solutions, and today we're going to unpack whether retiring at the end of the year actually makes sense or not, or if another time could be a better fit for your retirement plan. Let's start with why the end of the year feels so right. It's symbolic. You finish out your tax year, you collect your final paycheck, you start your first year of freedom. It also lines up nicely with HR deadlines, bonuses, and healthcare benefits. But just because something feels tidy doesn't mean it's optimal. So let's look at really what's going on underneath the surface. So reason number one, the tax timing advantage. I hear this one all the time. If you retire in December, you'll have one full year of wages. Then your next year, your taxable income often drops sharply. That creates what we call a tax bridge year. And it can be one of the most powerful planning windows you'll ever have. That gap between your last paycheck and the start of your required minimum distributions, it can be a perfect time to do Roth conversions at a potentially lower rate, realize capital gains more strategically, and potentially reduce future Medicare premium surcharges. So yes, from a tax perspective, retiring at the end of the year, it often lines up beautifully if you plan ahead. Here's a pro tip: partial year planning window. Here is something that most people overlook. Retiring mid-year can actually open more options. If you work the first half of a year, you get a few extra months of income and benefits, but you can start your withdrawals in the same tax year while you're still in control of your income. That flexibility can let you fill lower tax brackets with Roth conversions or portfolio withdrawals before Social Security and pensions kick in. Oftentimes, it allows you to make contributions to your 401k or an IRA. Sometimes the smartest retirement date isn't exactly December 31st. It's the one that maximizes both your income and your tax efficiency in the same year. Reason number two, benefits and bonuses. We love that. Before you set that date, check your benefits. Some companies, they pay out annual bonuses, profit sharing, or even 401k matches based upon your year in employment. Leaving even a few weeks early can mean leaving money behind. If you've worked 11 and a half months, it's usually worth finishing that last 2 weeks of the year to get those benefits and bonuses. Reason number three, health insurance transitions. Look, when you retire, your employer generally ends their healthcare coverage of you. And if you're not eligible for Medicare, you'll likely move to COBRA, Affordable Health Care Act, or a private plan. If you retire mid-year, you may have to meet two deductibles, one with your employer and one with your new plan. But by retiring at the end of the year, you can finish out the year with your company plan, use up your FSA dollars, and start fresh with new coverage. It's cleaner, simpler, and it can oftentimes be cheaper. Let me give you an example. Mike and Susie. They're a couple we recently did a plan for. Both were 62, planning to retire in December, but when we looked closely, we realized Susie had a surgery scheduled for February, and their healthcare plan deductible, it just reset in October. By waiting just 2 extra months to retire, they avoided having to pay a second deductible. They saved thousands of dollars in out-of-pocket costs and still started their retirement on solid footing. That's why your retirement date shouldn't just feel good, it should make sense financially. Hey, if you're finding this video helpful, do me a quick favor. Hit like and subscribe to the channel. Every week I share new insights to help you retire smarter, reduce taxes, and make your money work for you. If you'd like to get a copy of our free retirement toolkit, down in the comments, write toolkit and we'll get you that information out. Reason number four, market and income timing. Look, if you've not made any adjustments to your 401k and markets are down late in the year, Retiring in December might mean you're locking in losses right before your withdrawals start, especially if you're in a target date fund. In that case, waiting a few extra months could give your portfolio time to recover and help your plan start on solid footing. Also, remember, if you're starting Social Security or your pension, the benefit usually begins a month, 2, or even 3 after you apply. So if you want to begin income in January, it's important you start the file before you get there. Number 5, retirement isn't just financial, it's emotional. For some reason, ending your career at the right time before the holidays or right after them, it also feels perfect. For others, it's overwhelming. You're juggling family, year-end stress, and a major life change all at once. If that sounds like you, consider waiting a few months. Retire in the spring or early summer when the weather's better, the calendar's a little calmer, and the transition maybe feels smoother. Remember, there's no prize for retiring on December 31st. The best day is the one that fits you ultimately. Number 6, and this is a big one, the one more year trap. Let's talk about that trap that gets more people than any other, moving the goalpost back constantly. It starts innocently enough. You tell yourself, hey, I'll just work one more year. Maybe you want to pad your savings a little bit more, or you want to wait until the markets feel stronger, or hang on to that last bonus. But here's what often happens. One more year turns into 2, 2 turns into 3, and so on and so forth. And the goalpost keeps moving back. Every time you hit that next milestone, it's easy to find a new reason to stay. But the truth is, if your plan already works, if you've run the numbers, if you've built an income strategy, and you know you can retire comfortably, the next dollar you earn might not improve your life as much as the next memory you can make. I've met so many people who've spent decades saving for retirement only to realize that they kept working long after they needed to. Our goal is to figure out when is work optional. And every single one of them said, hey, I wish I'd started enjoying life a little sooner. So if you find yourself always saying one more year, one more dollar in the 401k, one more goal, one more milestone, stop and ask, what am I really waiting for? Am I really waiting for financial readiness, or am I waiting for emotional permission? Important questions to ask yourself if you're already financially able to retire and you're still working. And I know I mentioned this before, but if you're thinking about retirement and you want to make sure your timing, your income, your tax strategy, it all works together, we've put together a free retirement toolkit to help you get started. It includes guides on Social Security, income planning, and how to lower your taxes. Just drop toolkit in the comments and we'll get that right out to you. So should you retire at the end of the year? Here's the bottom line. Retiring at the end of the year can be a great choice if you want to simplify your tax planning, collect your bonuses in your 401k match, maximize your benefits, and finish with a clean, deductible year. But it may not be ideal if the markets are down, if you're not emotionally ready. And really underline that one. That's an important one. Or you'd miss out on next year's raise that may allow you to earn more on your pension or a vesting schedule by leaving too early. Ultimately, the decision is yours. The best retirement day isn't about flipping the calendar. It's about aligning your taxes, your income, your healthcare, and your lifestyle. That's what we help people at our firm do. And if you want to learn a little bit more about myself and Martin Wealth Solutions, go out to martinwealth.com and you can learn all about us. Hey, my name is Jim Martin. I'm a financial planner and the founder of Martin Wealth. And I really want to thank you for watching the video. We hope to see you next week. And until next time, remember, plan well and retire happy. Take care.